It's summertime and I'm going to the beach. Something tells me a double IPA is not the right beer to be drinking. We're going to give you the best beers for down the shore.
Glen, hell has arrived and it's in this can, spiked seltzer.
Well, that sounds hideous. Fortunately, we'll be drinking some good things from the Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company in Croydon, PA. He's Joe Sixpack, I'm Glen Macnow, and this is What's Brewing.
What's Brewing, brought to you in part by Monco Makers, powered by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, download the app, and by the Conshohocken Brewing Company, now with 5 locations.
Ready? Fire!
Whoa! Hey, do you guys want to come with us?
Hey, welcome to What's Brewing. He's noted beer authority Joe Sixpack. I'm noted beer drinker Glen Macnow, and this is we're at the Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company. It's a beautiful day in June, perfect for drinking some summer beers. I've got this one, the cherry hibiscus wheat that they make here at Neshaminy Creek.
Nice and light.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, it really is good beer. And this is the Hefeweizen, their high water Hefeweizen, one of the best locally brewed Hefeweizens, I believe.
Okay, and this leads us to our first topic today, which is you're going down the shore, you're going to the beach, you want to have a beer or two at the beach, but a little bit different, right, Joe Sixpack? I don't want something hefty, I don't need necessarily hoppy.
You don't want something that's overwhelming to the palate. That's the number one thing. Actually, I should say, to me, the number one thing, it should come in a can. It's so much easier to transport.
Right.
So,
I don't want to be breaking it and having to worry about people stepping on glass on the beach. Agreed. There are a lot that work for that, right? Often we do a specific type, but for this, a crisp lager would work, right? A pale ale would be good.
Right, and something that you really don't mind drinking out of a can. Like, you know, when we talk about the IPAs, so much about an IPA has to do with the aroma. You're not going to quite get that out of a can.
All right, so this is our beer exchange, and I brought you, because I know you love them, you love your sours, baby, I brought you the Flying Fish Salt and Sea. This one really is my gift to you, which is a sour brewed with strawberry and lime. All right, that sounds beachy to me.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so here you go. Ooh, you know what? You smell that strawberry right out of the can, right as you open it up.
Absolutely. Hey, this is a surprise. I'm usually on top of new beers. First time I've had this one.
Is that right?
Yep.
There you go. And I love the picture, right? You got the right there, the Ferris wheel. Yeah, I would enjoy this on the beach.
It's
right.
It's a light sour beer. If you're afraid of sour beers, you will probably enjoy this beer. I mean, you may not enjoy it, but it's sort of like not overly sour.
I like it, and I'm not Mr. Sour. It's 4.3%, so I can have a few of those and
the
still
strawberry
enjoy
is
the day.
more in the aroma than the flavor, I think.
I get a little tart. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what'd you bring me?
I got one. Actually, I believe this beer is available year-round. This is the 2SP Pills, or 2S Pills.
Yeah, their stuff's always good.
From 2SP down in Delaware County. And I just think that a nice Pilsner is the way to go for a summertime beer. And, you know, usually you think of 2SP with those big, strong stouts that they make, but this beer is just a fantastic one.
And a good thirst quencher kind of beer. Again, you're not going to get drunk on this thing in the first can. You'll be able to enjoy yourself, enjoy the day. Here's to you. Yeah, you said crisp. That's what it's exactly what it is.
And, you know, we just drank it out of glasses, but again, I think this one could go right out of the can without a problem.
All right, here's some others that I brought you that I think would work really well on the beach. This is the Cape May, like Cape May Brewing Company, IPA Follow the Gull.
All right.
Right, we all know about the gulls on the beach. This is a Sly Fox. I'm sorry, you're going to say
It's an IPA. An IPA.
Yeah. This Sly Fox Alex's Lemon Wheat. Part of this goes to the Alex's Lemonade charity. Very good endeavor.
I love the label on that. And if you're around Philly, you'll see this beer pop up a lot at that rotating or that moving beer garden in Fairmount Park.
Conshohocken Brewing Company Summer Madness Farmhouse IPA. That comes in at 4.9%.
You introduced this about maybe 3 months ago, and I absolutely love it. It's
Yeah,
a really
nice seasonal beer. And the only one that I brought that's not local, because I like my hazy IPAs, this is a Harpoon One Hazy Summer. But it is, again, it's low alcohol compared to most. If I can find it here, 4.9. So, you know,
yeah, for an IPA,
that's a mild stuff. All right,
Okay.
any final, actually, let's move on to the next topic. I can drink these out of cans, but also I can now drink wine out of a can?
Okay, so wine is showing up in cans now. This is a big new thing that's growing. I think it's kind of weird that you would drink a wine out of a can because it sort of goes against the nature of wine being a highfalutin
but
beverage.
you know, I've had boxed wine, which is fine. It's you know what? It's right. You stick your nose up at it, Mr. Joe Sixpack. Boxed wine is good, and these are ones. Obviously, you're not going to want to put them in a.
That's not water, that is.
Well, that doesn't
That
look
is
good
in
at all.
fact
That's not what
rosé.
I was counting on.
Okay.
But these are good because you're not going to be putting them in a wine cellar. Something they're meant to be made and drunk. $70 million in sales last year, almost doubled from the year before.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Pinky out.
Fine. I mean, it's
You know,
okay.
I would stick these in the cooler when you go down the beach,
Right.
and if somebody's not into the beer, then go for
All right,
that.
one more thing, because we're running low
right.
on time. We got to get to this. This
right.
is, you said, hell has come to earth.
Yes. All right, so I'm not sure who's making this particular one, but a lot of breweries are starting to make hard seltzer, which is essentially bubbles and liquid and flavors, I think.
Is this a malt, like a malt?
It's made out of malt,
Yeah.
so it's technically, you know, rated like a beer, but it is not going, as you can see.
All right, so I was in my Narberth beer store the other day, and I asked the woman there, what's new, what's trending, what are people buying? She said, this is what people are buying this
All right,
summer.
so it's completely clear. It's
Well,
bubbly.
yeah, it looks like seltzer.
This one is the prickly pear. I know it's one of your favorite flavors.
Oh, jeez. All right, I will tell you, I'm going to give you some background. Sales grew 166% of this junk last year, and there is a real demand from the health-conscious, sugar-free, gluten-free,
Right.
lower in calories, blah, blah, blah.
Glenn,
How was it?
This is what we in the industry refer to as an alcohol delivery device. It exists solely to put alcohol from the glass into your body so that you can get a buzz. There's no real flavor. There's no real craftsmanship here at all. It's just artificial flavors and bubbles.
All right, so is this the latest in the Mike's Hard Lemonade, Dad's Root Beer, what was it? Please
I think it
disappear.
is. You know, you hear a lot of people, what's sort of disheartening about it is that a number of craft breweries are picking up on it because their sales have not been increasing the way they want, so they're using this as another entry point into their
So summer beers, we love them. Summer wine in a can, I can live with it.
Honestly, as I said, this is hell.
That's hell. I got you. All right, coming up, new kid brewing out of an old space. You're going to enjoy this feature next from the Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company on What's Brewing. Hi, it's Glen Macnow. You've seen some of our Conshohocken Brewing Company spots on this show, so I'd like to invite you to come and check them out. You can find us in Conshohocken, Bridgeport, Phoenixville, King of Prussia, and here in Havertown, where I'm enjoying an award-winning Puddler's Row right now. It's one of our year-round core beers, along with Type A IPA and user-friendly Blonde Ale. We've also got exciting seasonal beers, like Blood Money IPA, Philly Vice, and our Unfiltered IPA series. And come hungry. From burgers and wings to salads and small bites, there's something for everyone. Don't leave without trying the amazing cheese curds. The warm weather is here, so you can enjoy yourself on one of our outdoor spaces. And good news, you can find Conshohocken beers at grocery stores, distributors, and restaurants throughout PA, South Jersey, and Delaware. So get yourself to Conshohocken Brewing Company. I'll meet you at the bar. Welcome back to the Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company. I'm Glen Macnow Joe Sixpack, and you know what, Joe? I'm going to just enjoy this nice cherry hibiscus wheat and let you introduce this next segment.
Okay, well, we sent a team of students from Susquehanna University up to Mifflinburg to check out the Rusty Rail Brewery.
Thanks, guys. We recently had the opportunity to come down to the Rusty Rail Brewing Company in Mifflinburg, PA, to talk to Guy McCarty about what makes this place so special. Thank you for sitting down with us today.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about what got you into brewing?
Yeah, absolutely. So I had probably a little bit stranger path into brewing than maybe some other people. My background is actually in sales. So I came from wholesale beer distribution side of things, got an opportunity to come in the Rusty Rail and start the sales department, but just had this burning passion for the process and how to do things better. So got the great opportunity of being able to work with other brewers and kind of take a role as a leader for those guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the owners here, the John brothers?
Yeah, absolutely. Paul and Eric John are the best bosses I've ever had in my life. Super fantastic entrepreneurs, great attention to detail, great inspiration to let our employees grow and give us opportunities to make mistakes, but then be there as a mentor to help us do a better job.
So back around your start in 2015 to about last year, you've increased by about 5 times on your brewing capacity.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you talk about what led to that kind of success?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think that the success is relative. I mean, 1,000 barrels is a decent amount of beer for anybody, but it's also not a ton of beer. So, to build on that was something that we expected. We expected to grow. We had a pretty solid plan for growth, but it's still been amazing. It doesn't get old to hear comments about people drinking your beer in Ohio, or people enjoying your beer in New Jersey. It's pretty wild. So it's like one of those things where feel like I've been doing it forever, and then also sometimes I wake up and I'm like, holy crap, like we're babies and we're just like starting this project. And yeah, it's a neat little combination there.
So part of your mission, you talk about wanting to be in the tri-state area by 2020. What kind of goals do you have for that?
We smashed that already.
You smashed that already?
Yeah, to update that. So right now we are in Ohio, we're in Pennsylvania, we're in New Jersey, we're opening up Western New York next week. We are going to open up Connecticut the week after that, and we're also in Maryland. So we've developed and grown our distribution plan pretty aggressively, pretty rapidly. But it's because, I mean, I don't want to be braggadocious, but we make a pretty awesome product, and we make a pretty unique product. So it's been a pretty easy growth for that.
What kind of beers are you guys recognized for?
So we brew mostly ales. We don't do a lot of lagers, but we're known mostly for being pretty innovative with flavor combinations. Probably one of the biggest flavor combinations beer that we've done is called Fool's Gold. It's an imperial peanut butter Hefeweizen, which just is, people are like, I've never heard of that. And because of that, like, people want to try it out. And it's a really amazing flavor combination. Hefeweizen yeast strain gives off a nice banana ester. We have this peanut butter flavor that we put into it. It's like a peanut butter banana sandwich, and it's caught on really fast. Yeah. So you go talk to a wholesaler in Ohio to talk about selling a product. If you don't offer something like that, they're like, yeah, I have 7 breweries down the street that are making a wonderful IPA. What's Rusty Rail bringing to the table that's going to provide a point of difference?
Yeah. So how does the Rusty Rail stick to its quality and its brand?
That comes from our leadership, just attention to detail and making sure that we have a perfectionist mindset to the quality of our product. And we also set up a lot of things in the beginning for quality.
So what makes the Rusty Rail special to you then? You've talked on about it a little bit.
Yeah. To me, it's that I have something that I can pour my heart into, and not have to leave the area. And I love beer, so it's a pretty cool combination for me to follow my passions of being a provider and a provider of beer and everything like that without having to leave a place that I love.
Absolutely. So what's your favorite beer that you offer?
I am a Fog Monster fan. I'm also a Wolfgang fan. So Fog Monster is our New England style IPA, and I'm sure everyone's aware of like the haze craze and haze bros. So I'm kind of a haze bro. I'm going drinking everyone's hazy IPAs. Fog Monster's ours, and I love it. And then we also make an imperial stout with coffee, and that's a really good flavor combination. We get coffee locally roasted from Alabaster Coffee in Williamsport. We cold brew it, cold press it, and blend it with our imperial stout. and just the flavors match up really, really nice.
So guys, I have their latest award winner, the Wolf King Stout. Let me know what you think.
Boy, that looked great. And what do you got?
Jill brought us back a bottle. I'm loving it.
Nice.
So this is the Wolf King Warrior from Rusty Rail Brewing.
All right, Jill, you wanted us to let you know what we thought of this. Well, what I think of it, first of all, is it is dark and rich.
Well, I smell the coffee immediately.
Yeah.
It's got coffee in it. I think maybe oats. Oh my.
I like it. I like it at night in front of a fireplace.
Yeah, we're drinking this beer
with a book, right.
in June.
Right, it's the middle of an afternoon in June, and it's a fine beer. Not exactly the right moment for it, but well done.
You know, there is a right moment for every beer, probably, and a lot of people do not particularly enjoy dark beer in the summer.
Well, nicely done, Rusty Rail. Nicely done, Jill Baker. Thank you for that report. Coming up, a 6-pack, sure. A case of 24, yeah. 99-pack? We'll talk about that next on What's Brewing. Hey, welcome back to What's Brewing. He's Joe Sixpack. I'm Glen Macnow. We're just enjoying a great day here at the Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company, and we're enjoying it because good company, good beer. That's kind of what it's about.
The social lubricant.
Indeed. Now, Joe Sixpack, there's a new trend. This is our good idea, bad idea segment. There's a new trend. I know it's very big in New York, very big among the hipsters in Brooklyn, the millennials, whatever. Something we're long past. Which is bars without alcohol.
Yes, I've seen this on TV. I've seen some stories about it. Bars where you go and you drink drinks that have absolutely no alcohol
Right,
in
real
them.
cocktails. They mix a lot of ingredients together, none of them with booze.
And you know, my first reaction to it is, what's the point? You know.
Well, okay, so here's what's the point. The point is, some people say, I got to work the next day, I can't drink. I thought this was because some people just can't drink or don't like to drink, but this is people who like to drink who say, I got to take a night off, I got a big meeting the next day, I want to be able to socialize with my friends and not do it. There's still a bartender here, there's still the social atmosphere of it, but the no booze. Hey, Joel Embiid gets by in those Shirley Temples.
Yes, he does. And I think what's going on now, this is another one of those sort of media creations of a trend. It's not as big as people think it is. It's sort of unusual. You're making it sound like it's like the second coming of somehow.
Yeah.
But in fact, we know that people still like to drink alcohol. I read some statistics recently that America has the second highest level of drunkenness in the world. Behind
Really? Who's first?
England. Not a big surprise.
Something to aspire to.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
We've got to pass that.
Why are we number one?
You say bad idea, I say good idea, just because I know that some people like to go out but don't want to drink. But whatever. I do think passing fancy. All right, here's the next one. Good idea, bad idea. As I said in the tease, 6-packs, 12-packs, cases, whatever. Pabst now has introduced the 99-pack. This is some poor schlub trying to carry it in his car,
Right,
which is why I'll immediately say bad idea, because how do you move that?
You can't fit it in your car.
Just buy 4 cases, for God's sakes. What is that?
Although I have
Get
to
in
say,
traffic accident.
you have to admit, it's pretty cool. 1 case of beer with 99 beers in it.
Well,
That
it's
is-
cool as in impress your friends for 20 minutes.
Well,
cool.
that's all to it about, right?
Okay.
Come on.
This is it, right? This isn't going to stay.
The
and you
99
can't
pack-
possibly get bigger than that.
I would say no, except as I checked out a little bit, there is a brewery in Finland, of all places, the Nokia Brewery,
Yeah.
which I never heard of,
Okay.
in Finland, that is now making a 1,000 pack of beer.
Why don't you just buy the brewery? If you're going to buy 1,000, just buy the damn brewery.
Good question.
All right, one more good idea. So I said bad idea. You say?
I actually like it. What the hell?
Okay. One more. Good idea, bad idea. Once upon a time, when I grew up, if you finished a bottle of soda, actually I grew up where they called it pop, or beer, that would be my pop, not me when I was 10, you used to have to save the bottle and take it back to the store, not to the recycle place, but to the store.
Right, you had to leave a deposit. You had to pay some, what?
5 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll date myself, but I remember going down along the old trolley tracks and picking up bottles and then taking them back and making enough money to go to the
ambitious.
movies.
Well, good for you.
Back in the day.
And that disappeared with recycling, which seems like a great idea. You're telling me recycling not working, and now there is talk, and there are places where you return the bottle.
Right, so recycling is not as environmentally correct, I guess, as you would think it is, because so much of the bottles do not get actually recycled. The more, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Ecologically conscious?
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
You got it.
Is actually returnable bottles, where the bottles are taken back to the brewery and washed. And this is something that you see very commonly in Europe, where when you go into a brewery, you see the first thing is a big bottle washer. And as far as I know, there's only one brewery in America that's still doing it regularly, which is Straub Brewery out in Western Pennsylvania.
Straub? Yeah,
Straub, we've had their beer before.
Yeah, sure we have.
And however, we're starting to hear some other breweries out on the West Coast that are tinkering with the idea. This is one of those classic good idea, bad ideas. Environmentally conscious, yeah, it's a great idea, but it is a pain to take those bottles back to the distributor. So what do you think, good idea or bad idea?
I'm going to go good idea. Let's save the earth, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I am in agreement.
Whatever. I did it growing up. You can get back your job traveling the railroad tracks to find beers, right? A couple bucks wouldn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, tracks.
Yeah, I'm in favor. Good idea, I say. All right, coming up from the Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company, we are going to give you the latest results of our IPA brew down, getting to the nitty-gritty, and the drama is getting big. And we're going to talk to Emily Cummings from Visit Bucks County about all of the great brewery stuff going up here in this neck of the woods on What's Brewing.
I'm Joe Sixpack. I love beer and I love travel. I've visited great breweries around the world, and I'm inviting you to join me on my next expedition to France. Yes, they make beer in France. We'll travel the Seine on a luxury river cruise from Paris to Normandy. We'll visit breweries, explore the sights, drink great beer, and maybe some wine. Join me in October 2020. Just visit my website at phillybeerworld.com. Let's discover a world of beer together.
Welcome back to What's Brewing. We're at the Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company in beautiful downtown Croydon. Just had its 7th birthday, 7th anniversary, so congratulations. Joe Sixpack, we are joined by Emily Cummings from Visit Bucks County. And Emily, you came with beer, so we love that.
I did.
What are we drinking here?
So we're drinking the 1682 Kolsch, which is the first collaboration beer on the Bucks County Ale Trail. It's between Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company and also Free Will Brewing Company.
And it's pretty darn nice.
It's nice. It's nice and light, but it's got a really good full body to it. I really enjoy it quite a bit. Yep.
So let's talk about the Bucks County Ale Trail. I was amazed to learn there were how many?
15.
Wow.
15 breweries on the Bucks County Ale Trail, and that's going to take you on a tour through the entire county and this beautiful region that we have here. We kind of think of it as a little bit of an exploration where it's going to take you from our river towns to our countryside.
15 breweries is a lot, because I can tell you as recently as maybe...
It's an afternoon for you, Joe
well,
Sixpack.
all right,
know?
but 5 years ago, there was probably maybe 4 or 5. In fact, Neshaminy Creek, if I'm not mistaken, was the first brewery in Bucks County since the Prohibition. So, and they've only been around for 9 years, celebrating their 9th anniversary this year. I'm sorry, 7th anniversary.
Right.
So, only been here for 7 years, and in that time, we've gone from 0 to 15. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, the reason that we started the Bucks County Ale Trail is really just a celebration of the local craft brewing scene in Bucks County. And a lot of times now, travelers are planning their entire trips and destinations based off of exciting restaurants and breweries. So we really tapped into that at Visit Bucks County and are highlighting all of these amazing venues. I mean, more than beer, they have festivals and music and all of that great stuff.
How do I sign up for this? How do I find out? all the info.
Really easy. So you can get a passport, which is physical, and they're available at all the breweries on the Ale Trail. You stop at 5, get stamps, and you're on your way to winning this amazing free t-shirt, which has this beautiful design on the back that has all of the breweries in Bucks County on it. But also you can go on your phone. It's going to be visitbuckscounty.com/aletrail, and that'll give you the map, all of the brewery locations, and you can check in right on there.
I've already added it to my phone. Actually, I should be checking in today. But
Already starting.
I think there's maybe 2 or 3 I haven't been to. Got a favorite other than Neshaminy Creek?
So I'm a really huge sour fan like you. I love Free Will Brewing. They do Sour Sundays. That's a really exciting event that they do where they highlight all of their cool bottled and barrel options that they do.
So if I want to do this, I mean, I could think like, all right, I'm going to go to New Hope. I'm going to have dinner at this one. Maybe I'm going to walk along the river, and then I'm going to go to another. I can spread this out over as much time as I want, right?
Absolutely. It's 15 breweries. That sounds intimidating, but make a weekend getaway out of it. You can go tubing down the Delaware River. You can go to the Bucks County Playhouse.
That's a fun time,
yeah, and like you'll see that they're in little clusters. In the New Hope area, you can stop into Free Will, like I said, but also Triumph and Great Barn. And Great Barn has a tap room right along the canal side. In New Hope, it's truly beautiful.
Beautiful. Joe Sixpack, it is time now to review our weekly update for the, what you can see, which was a great idea, the IPA Brew Down. We're getting down to the nitty gritty.
This has been a long trek towards the final 8, and we're there now. We have 3 more results here to report. In the Mythical Beasts the category, which is those beers that you'll line up for, Treehouse Julius.
Yeah.
Really, it actually stomped Maine dinner
Big
beer.
time. 2 very good beers, New England IPAs.
I was surprised.
Treehouse Julius, which got that orange scent to it.
I know it's one of your favorites.
I love that beer, and so do the people.
So they won with over 60% of the vote. Yo, I'm from Jersey is one of my favorite categories. Lots of great Jersey beers. And in that one, Tonewood Fuego topped Double Nickel IPA by
close match, 53-47, and that one just came out at the end.
Right. And then finally in the go-to, which is those beers that you can always find, the IPAs you always can find, Bell's Two Hearted Ale, which is like just storming through these brackets, 65% over Cigar City High Life.
Which was, to me, a little bit of a surprise because people like and can get that High Life beer, and Bell's is just crushing in this thing. So what's left? What do we got?
So we got another 5 in that final 8. We also have in the go-to beer bracket, Stone and Joy by IPA. We'll be facing off against Bell's Two Hearted Ale.
My money's on Bell's. Go on.
All right, Treehouse Julius will be facing off against a 120-minute IPA from Dogfish Head.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one.
It's one of my favorite
Both of those
categories.
have done very well.
Out of the whole thing, that Tonewood Fuego is going to be going up against the dark horse, in my opinion, the Ship Bottom, the Shack.
Yeah, Ship Bottom's done well.
They absolutely have. And finally, in the Keystone Keepers category, we've got Funk Double Citrus versus Tired Hands Alien Church.
Well, nobody's really challenged Tired Hands yet. We'll see if anybody does.
Right.
Anyway, that's what we have to look forward to. We've loved our day here out at Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company. Emily, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
Joe
me.
Sixpack, I'll see you next week. We're going to be at Conshohocken Brewing Company, Bridgeport, here on What's Brewing.
What's Brewing, brought to you in part by Monco Makers, powered by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, download the app, and by the Conshohocken Brewing Company, now with 5 locations.